Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You wake up in the morning. You don't rush. You don't panic. You don't check the clock in fear. You reach for your phone, and before you even leave your bed, you see it. A notification. Money earned. Not because you worked today, not because you traded hours for dollars, but because you built something once that keeps paying you every single day. Now let me ask you something honestly. What would your life look like if money showed up daily, even on the days you didn't feel motivated? What decisions would you stop delaying? What stress would finally leave your body? This audiobook is not about quick money. It's not about fake screenshots or overnight success. This is about building real passive income, the kind that compounds quietly, predictably, and legally while you live your life. Most people believe passive income is a myth. They think it's only for the rich, the lucky, or the already successful. But that belief is exactly what keeps them trapped. Here's the truth most people never hear. Passive income is not about money first. It's about systems, leverage, and patience. Right now, most people are stuck in what I call the daily effort loop. If they don't show up, they don't get paid. If they stop working, income stops instantly. That is not freedom. That is dependency. Passive income flips that equation. You put effort in once. You build an asset. And that asset keeps working, even when you don't. Let me ask you a simple question. If your income stopped tomorrow, how long could you survive? 30 days? 60? Or would panic take over immediately? This audiobook exists to help you change that answer. Now, before we go any further, let's get something very clear. There is no such thing as zero effort income. Anyone who promises that is lying. But there is something called delayed effort income. You work now so that later, you don't have to. And that difference changes everything. Most people chase money. Smart people build income systems. We're here to make you one of the smart ones. You don't need a large audience. You don't need special skills. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You need clarity, structure, and the right mindset. Throughout this audiobook, I'm going to show you how everyday people build income streams that pay them daily, sometimes small at first, sometimes massive over time, but always growing. And I want you to listen carefully, because passive income is not built by doing many things. It's built by doing a few things extremely well, consistently. Here's a small question for you to think about as we continue. If you had an extra $50 coming in every day automatically, what would that change for you right now? Hold that thought. The biggest mistake beginners make is trying to copy results without understanding foundations. They see someone making money online and jump straight to tools, platforms, or tactics. But they skip the most important part: value creation. Passive income always starts with value. No value, no income. More value, more income. It doesn't matter whether you're selling content, digital products, software, investments, or services turned into systems. Value is the engine. And here's the good news. Value doesn't mean complicated, it means useful. If you can solve a problem, save time, reduce stress, or help someone move closer to a desired result, you already have something valuable. Most people underestimate how useful their knowledge is. They think, everyone knows this. But they forget one thing. What is normal to you is life-changing to someone else. Now let me tell you something that may surprise you. Passive income is built faster when you stop thinking about money and start thinking about people. What do people want daily? Convenience, clarity, comfort, progress, entertainment, hope. Every successful passive income stream serves one or more of these needs. Think about the apps you use, the subscriptions you pay for, the content you consume. You're paying for ease, guidance, or emotion. So instead of asking, how can I make money? Ask, how can I make life easier or better for someone else, automatically? That question changes your focus, and focus determines outcomes. Here's another small question for you. What problem do people already ask you for help with? Don't answer quickly. Just notice, over the next parts of this audiobook, we'll break passive income into clear, simple models. Not hype, not theory, real frameworks that work in the modern economy. You'll learn how to build once and earn repeatedly, how to avoid burnout, how to create income that doesn't disappear when motivation does. But before we talk about methods, we must talk about identity. Because passive income doesn't start with platforms. It starts with how you see yourself. If you see yourself as only a worker, you'll always trade time for money. If you start seeing yourself as a builder, income becomes scalable. Builders think long-term. Builders think in systems. Builders delay gratification. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people want passive income, but they don't want the patience it requires. If you're willing to think in months instead of days, if you're willing to plant seeds before seeing results, then you're already ahead of most people. Let me ask you one last question for this part. Would you rather struggle for years chasing quick money, or focus for 1 year building something that pays you daily for the next decade? Your answer matters. Take a deep breath, because in the next part, we'll break down what actually qualifies as real passive income, what to ignore completely, and how to choose the right income model for your personality, not someone else's success story. And if you're finding value in this audiobook so far, stay with me. Because what you're learning here is not just about income, it's about control, freedom, and designing a life where money supports you, not the other way around. If this message is already changing how you think about money, make sure you stay connected with the motivational audiobook spot. We release powerful long-form audiobooks and short weekly lessons designed to build clarity, discipline, and real financial growth. If this part helped you, the next parts will take you even deeper. Before you build anything, you need to understand one critical distinction that changes everything. Not all income is passive, and not all passive-looking income is real. Real passive income continues to pay you without constant decision-making. If it requires daily stress, constant posting, or non-stop hustle just to survive, that's not passive. That's just a different job. True passive income sits on top of 3 pillars: automation, leverage, repeatable value. Automation means systems work without you. Leverage means your effort reaches more people than you ever could alone. Repeatable value means what you create stays useful over time. If any of these pillars are missing, income becomes fragile. Now let's talk about the biggest lie people believe. They think passive income starts with money. In reality, passive income starts with attention. Attention is the modern currency. If you can attract attention, you can convert it into income, ethically and sustainably. But here's where most people fail. They try to attract everyone. When you speak to everyone, no one listens. Passive income grows faster when you pick one clear audience and serve them deeply. Ask yourself this question: who do I understand better than most people? It could be beginners. It could be busy professionals. It could be people stuck, confused, or overwhelmed. Clarity beats talent every time. Once you know who you're serving, the next step is choosing the right income model. Not the trendiest, not the loudest, the one that fits your personality and lifestyle. Some people hate talking on camera. Others hate writing. Some love teaching. Some prefer building behind the scenes. Passive income works best when it aligns with how you naturally operate. For example, content-based passive income works when your ideas remain valuable long after they're created. Audiobooks, long-form videos, guides, courses. You create once. People consume repeatedly. Platform-based income works when systems handle delivery. Ads, affiliate links, subscriptions. You don't sell manually. The system does, and asset-based income works when ownership creates cash flow. Digital products, licenses, investments. The mistake is trying to do all 3 at once. Focus creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence attracts consistency. Let me ask you something. Would you rather earn $5 from 100 different things, or $500 from one thing that compounds? Most people burn out because they split their energy. Now let's talk about daily income, because this matters. Daily income doesn't mean you get paid every single day at the beginning. It means your system has the potential to generate revenue every day once it gains traction. This happens when three things align. Traffic flows daily. Your offer is always available. Your system never sleeps. Traffic can come from search, recommendations, or algorithms. Offers can be content, products, or services turned into assets. Systems include platforms like YouTube, websites, or marketplaces. When these three work together, income becomes predictable. But here's a reality check. The early stage feels quiet, sometimes painfully quiet. You publish, you build, you wait, and nothing happens. This is where most people quit. But what they don't realize is that passive income grows invisibly first, just like roots under the soil. Let me ask you a small question. How many days are you willing to work without applause? Because the ones who win are not the most talented. They are the most patient. Passive income rewards consistency more than intensity. One strong asset beats 10 half-finished projects. This is why long-form content is powerful. It builds trust without constant presence. It works for you while you sleep. It compounds attention. Every time someone listens, you earn again. Not just money, credibility. Now here's something important. Daily income systems are built by stacking small wins. Your first goal is not freedom. Your first goal is proof. Proof that something works. Even $1 earned passively changes how your brain operates. It breaks the belief that income requires suffering. From there, scale becomes logical. The system stays the same. Only volume increases. More listeners, more reach, more trust, and that's how daily income becomes sustainable. Before we move forward, I want you to reflect on this. What is one asset you could create that would still be valuable 1 year from now? Not trendy, not seasonal, evergreen. Because evergreen assets are the foundation of daily passive income. In the next part, we'll go deeper into how to design content and systems that the algorithm supports automatically, how to avoid burnout, and how to turn attention into income without feeling salesy or fake. Stay with me, because you're not just learning how to make money. You're learning how to build something that lasts. If you're getting clarity from this audiobook, stay connected with the motivational audiobook spot. New long-form audiobooks and short weekly lessons are released to help you build discipline, income awareness, and long-term freedom. At this stage, most people already know what they want. They want income that doesn't disappear when energy drops. They want systems that keep working even on slow days. But the real challenge is not desire, it's execution without burnout. Passive income fails when people overcomplicate it. They add too many tools, too many platforms, too many expectations. What actually works is simplicity repeated consistently. The strongest income systems are boring to build and exciting to own. Let's talk about how daily income actually forms. Not in theory, in practice. Daily income comes from daily discoverability. Something about what you create must be easy to find today, tomorrow, and months from now. That's why algorithms matter. Algorithms are not enemies. They are systems designed to keep people engaged. When your content helps people stay longer, return often, or feel understood, the system rewards you. This is why long-form, calm, focused content works so well. It slows people down. It increases watch time. It builds trust quietly. You don't need to chase trends. You need to create searchable clarity. Search-based content pays differently. It grows slower. but it lasts longer. Instead of asking, "What's popular today?" ask, "What problem will people still have next year?" Financial stress, time pressure, lack of direction, fear of instability. These problems don't expire. When you speak to them clearly, your content becomes evergreen. Here's a question for you. What question do people type into search bars at 2 a.m. when they're worried about money? That question is a doorway. Passive income systems begin with answering one question extremely well, not 10. 1. Then you build depth around it. This is how authority forms. Now let's talk about trust, because income flows where trust exists. Trust is not built by perfection. It's built by consistency and clarity. When someone hears your voice and feels calm, understood, and respected, they return. And return behavior is gold. Daily income grows when people come back without being reminded. That's why your tone matters. No shouting, no pressure, no false urgency. Just clarity and reassurance. Now, here's something most people get wrong. They think monetization ruins value. In reality, bad monetization ruins value. Good monetization feels natural. If you help someone think better, organize their thoughts, or reduce anxiety, offering deeper help is not manipulation. It's service. The key is alignment. Your content should lead naturally into your income stream. For example, long-form motivational audiobooks build attention. That attention can support ads. It can support premium versions. It can support related products. You don't force it. You allow it. This is how daily income becomes stable. Let me ask you something important. Would you trust advice from someone who posts randomly, or from someone who shows up with the same calm voice every week? Consistency creates authority even before results appear. Now let's talk about time, because this is where freedom begins. Most people want more money so they can have more time, but they never build systems that respect time. Passive income works when you batch effort. You create once. You schedule. You let systems distribute. Instead of working every day, you work deeply sometimes. This protects your energy. Let me give you a mental shift. Stop asking, "How much can I make this month?" Start asking, "How strong will this system be in 6 months?" The second question creates better decisions. Now here's another small question for you. If you stopped creating today, would your content still help someone tomorrow? If the answer is no, you're building activity, not assets. Assets pay daily. Activity pays temporarily. This is why evergreen audio content is powerful. People listen while driving, while working, while resting. Your message travels without your presence, and every listen compounds impact. As we move forward, understand this clearly. Passive income is not about escaping work. It's about choosing which work deserves your effort. Work that multiplies, work that lasts. In the next part, we'll talk about scaling daily income without stress, how to increase earnings without increasing workload, and how to protect your mindset once income starts to grow. Stay present. You're building something real. If this audiobook is helping you think more clearly about income and freedom, stay connected with the Motivational Audiobook Spot. We release long-form audiobooks and weekly short lessons designed to build calm focus and long-term financial awareness. At this point, many people start to feel something shift. The idea of daily income no longer feels distant or unrealistic. It feels possible. And that's exactly when a new challenge appears: growth. Growth is exciting, but it can also be dangerous if you don't manage it correctly. Most people think scaling means doing more. More content, more platforms, more effort. In reality, scaling passive income means doing less, but better. The goal is not to add weight to your schedule. The goal is to add strength to your system. Let's talk about leverage. Leverage means your output increases without your input increasing at the same rate. This is where daily income becomes powerful. One piece of content can reach thousands. One idea can live for years. One system can work 24 hours a day. But leverage only works when clarity exists. If your message is unclear, scaling amplifies confusion. If your system is weak, scaling amplifies stress. That's why strong foundations matter more than speed. Here's something important to understand. When income starts showing up daily, your mindset will be tested. You may start checking numbers too often. You may compare yourself to others. You may feel pressure to grow faster. This is where many people sabotage themselves. Passive income grows best when you stay emotionally neutral. Not overly excited, not overly fearful. Consistency beats intensity every time. Let me ask you a small question. Are you building income, or are you building identity around income? When income becomes your identity, every fluctuation feels personal. When income is just a system, you stay calm. Calm builders last longer. Now let's talk about expansion the right way. Instead of adding new ideas, deepen existing ones. If something works, refine it. Improve the quality, improve the delivery, improve the experience. Daily income increases when trust deepens, not when noise increases. This is why long-form evergreen content outperforms short bursts over time. Short content brings attention. Long content builds loyalty. Loyalty is what creates predictable income. Now consider this. If one person listens to your audiobook for 2 hours, that's not just time spent. That's relationship built. Relationships compound. This is why people return. This is why algorithms notice. This is why income becomes stable. Let's talk about protection. As income grows, protect 3 things: your time, your energy, your focus. Do not add complexity too early. Do not chase every opportunity. Do not let external noise redirect you. Growth without focus creates fragility. Here's another question for you. What would break if you stepped away for 1 week? If everything stops, you don't have a system. You have dependence. A strong, passive income system continues even when you rest. That is the true test. Now let's talk about patience again, because it never stops mattering. Even strong systems grow in waves. Plateaus are normal. Slow periods are normal. The difference is how you respond. Impatient people quit. Patient people refine. Refinement is quiet. It's not exciting, but it's powerful. Small improvements compound faster than dramatic changes. And here's something most people overlook. Daily income does not mean massive income. At first, daily income may be small, $10, $20, $50. But daily income creates psychological freedom before financial freedom. It proves the model, and proof changes how you think. From there, scaling becomes strategic instead of emotional. As we move toward the final part, I want you to hold on to this idea. You are not chasing money. You are building a machine that creates value. Machines require maintenance, not obsession. When you respect the process, income follows naturally. In the next and final part, we'll talk about long-term sustainability, how to protect your system for years, how to stay motivated without pressure, and how to design a life around passive income instead of sacrificing life for it. Stay with me. You're closer than you think. If this audiobook is giving you clarity and calm direction, stay connected with the Motivational Audiobook Spot. We share long-form audiobooks and short weekly insights designed to help you build systems that last. At some point, every builder reaches a quiet realization. Passive income is not just about money anymore. It becomes about peace, peace of mind, peace in decisions, peace in knowing that time is finally working for you instead of against you. This is where long-term sustainability matters. Many people can build income for a few months. Very few can protect it for years. The difference is not intelligence, it's design. Sustainable passive income is designed around life, not sacrifice. If your system requires constant stress, it will eventually collapse. If your system respects your energy, it will grow naturally. Let's talk about longevity. Longevity comes from doing work you can tolerate on hard days, not work you only enjoy when motivation is high. That's why calm, value-driven content lasts longer than hype. Hype demands constant fuel. Value creates its own momentum. Now here's something important to understand. Your income system will reflect your internal state. If you rush, it becomes fragile. If you stay patient, it becomes resilient. The goal is not maximum income. The goal is reliable income. Reliable income changes how you sleep, how you think, how you plan. Daily income doesn't shout. It whispers confidence. Now let me ask you a deep question. If no one was watching, if no one was judging, what kind of life would you design? Passive income gives you options. Options give you power. And power gives you responsibility. Responsibility to not waste time. Responsibility to not chase noise. Responsibility to build something meaningful. This is where many people shift from consumer to creator, from follower to leader, from anxious to intentional. And here's the truth. You don't need permission to build a better system for your life. You don't need to wait until you're ready. You become ready by starting. Every strong income system you admire today started small, quiet, imperfect. Consistency gave it shape. Time gave it strength. As you move forward, remember this. You don't need to do everything. You need to do one thing well enough that it can stand without you. That is freedom. Now let's talk about fear, because fear always shows up near growth. Fear of wasting time, fear of failure, fear of being invisible. But fear fades when systems replace effort. When your system works while you rest, fear loses control. The moment you earn money without being present, something shifts permanently inside you. You stop asking, "Can this work?" and start asking, "How do I improve this?" That is the builder's mindset. And once you adopt it, you never fully go back. Let me leave you with this thought. Your future income is not decided by luck. It's decided by the assets you choose to build today. Assets don't need motivation. They don't need mood. They don't need permission. They just need time. And time rewards those who think long-term. As this audiobook comes to a close, remember, this is not an ending. It's a starting point. You now understand that daily passive income is built with clarity, patience, and systems, not pressure. And if you stay consistent, even when progress feels slow, you will wake up one day and realize something powerful. You are no longer chasing money. Money is quietly following the systems you built. That is real freedom. There is one level of passive income most people never reach. Not because it's complicated, but because it requires emotional maturity. At this level, money is no longer the main motivation. Alignment is. You stop asking, "How much can this make?" and start asking, "Does this deserve my energy for the next 5 years?" This shift separates short-term earners from long-term builders. Professional passive income builders think like architects. They don't rush construction. They plan load, structure, and longevity. Because anything built fast without intention eventually cracks. Let's talk about restraint. Restraint is one of the most underrated skills in wealth creation. Knowing when not to act, when not to expand, when not to monetize. Every opportunity costs attention, and attention is finite. The highest earners are not the busiest people. They are the most selective. They understand that saying yes to everything weakens systems. Saying no strengthens them. Now consider this carefully. Now here's a question few people ask themselves. If your income doubled tomorrow, would your life actually improve, or would stress increase? If stress increases, your system is misaligned. True passive income simplifies life. It does not complicate it. This is why professionals design income around values: time freedom, mental clarity, creative control, predictability. Money supports these values, not replaces them. Let's talk about patience one final time. There is a silent advantage patience gives you. It filters competition. Most people quit early, not because it's hard, but because it's quiet. No applause, no validation, no immediate proof. Professionals continue anyway. They trust process over emotion, systems over motivation, and eventually something shifts. Momentum arrives quietly. Income becomes steady. Confidence becomes grounded. Not loud, not flashy, stable. That is the income that lasts decades. Now let me leave you with a final reflection. Passive income is not about escaping responsibility. It's about choosing higher responsibility. Responsibility for systems. Responsibility for impact. Responsibility for how your work affects others. When you accept that responsibility, income follows naturally. And at that point, money stops being the goal. It becomes confirmation that you built something useful, something real, something that works, even when you don't. Take this knowledge slowly, apply it patiently, and remember, you don't need to build fast. You need to build right. Imagine you've already built a small daily income. It works, but now you want more, not by chasing more work, but by building smarter systems. This is where frameworks become your secret weapon. The first principle is compounding effort. One asset that works consistently is worth 10 assets you check every morning, anxious, hoping they perform. Focus on a single system until it's strong, predictable, and replicable. Then clone that system with minimal effort. That is how passive income scales without stress. Next, understand the alignment of skill, passion, and market demand. Many fail because they chase what's trending instead of what fits them. If you naturally enjoy creating tutorials, build knowledge products. If you prefer analysis, monetize research or data insights. Systems aligned with your natural rhythm compound effortlessly. Let's dive into automation. True automation does not just mean software or apps. It's the orchestration of processes where human intervention is minimal. From scheduling content to auto responses, from subscription funnels to affiliate tracking, every repetitive step removed is freedom gained. Each layer of automation reduces friction, stress, and risk of burnout. Leverage is your multiplier. 1 hour spent teaching a course can impact thousands. One article can generate hundreds of clicks for years. One ebook can be sold digitally for a decade. But leverage only works when your system is clear, consistent, and designed to scale. Avoid spreading energy too thin. One perfect lever beats 10 mediocre ones. Now let's talk about visibility. Attention is currency. Passive income cannot exist in silence. Platforms, search engines, and recommendations are amplifiers, not guarantees. The moment you create clarity and authority, people find you. Evergreen content ensures they continue finding you months or years later. Think timeless, not trendy. Consistency compounds trust. People return when they know what to expect. Calm, measured, high-value content creates reliability. Your income is an echo of trust. Every repeat listener, every repeat customer is a silent vote for your credibility. Build credibility first, monetization second. This is how professional passive income works. Here's a subtle but powerful strategy. Layered income streams. One asset produces income, but layering complementary assets multiplies results. For example, a course can generate passive revenue while also feeding a mailing list that promotes a membership program. The first stream pays daily, the second grows your audience, the third converts higher-ticket clients. Layers protect against volatility and increase total income. Another framework is the content lifecycle model. Every piece of content should serve multiple purposes: educate, attract, retain, and monetize. A single audiobook episode can generate ad revenue, drive ebook sales, and lead to coaching or workshops. You're not working harder. You're multiplying impact through intelligent design. Now, mindset. This is where most people fail silently. Systems fail when fear, impatience, or ego interfere. If you react emotionally to every metric, you sabotage compounding. Professional builders remain calm, iterate slowly, and protect their energy. Your income system mirrors your internal state. Calmness compounds results. Small habits, repeated, create systemic advantage. Unlock the secrets of building passive income that pays you daily. Imagine waking up and seeing money earned without trading hours for dollars. This audiobook shows you how to create real, sustainable income streams, build assets that grow automatically, and achieve financial freedom while avoiding burnout and wasted effort. You'll learn frameworks, mindset shifts, and actionable strategies that everyday people use to earn consistently and scale intelligently. You'll discover how to create daily income streams that keep growing, understand the key pillars of real passive income, automation, leverage, and repeatable value, and apply step-by-step frameworks for content, digital products, and investments. Mindset shifts are critical, and you'll see how separating short-term earners from long-term builders comes down to clarity, patience, and alignment. This is not about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about building reliable systems that work quietly while you live your life. Subscribe to the motivational audiobook spot for weekly short lessons, long-form audiobooks, and evergreen insights that help you build focus, discipline, and real financial growth. Every small step you take compounds over time. Consistency and patience are your best allies in creating daily passive income that lasts for years. If you apply the strategies in this audiobook, you'll start noticing small compounding results within days. Focus on creating assets, automating systems, and leveraging your output so 1 hour of effort reaches thousands. Layer complementary income streams to protect against volatility and increase total revenue. Every piece of content you create should educate, attract, retain, and monetize simultaneously. Calm, consistent content builds trust, and trust compounds like interest in a bank. Attention is currency. Passive income cannot exist in silence. Platforms, algorithms, and search engines amplify your work, but only if your content is clear, evergreen, and aligned with your audience's needs. Build a strong foundation first. One strong system produces more than 10 half-finished projects. Daily income may start small, but the psychological freedom it provides is invaluable. Proof that the system works is more important than the amount earned initially. Systems work best when aligned with your natural skills and passions. Content-based income works when your ideas remain valuable over time. Platform-based income works when systems handle delivery, and asset-based income works when ownership creates cash flow. Do not try to do everything at once. Focus creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence attracts consistency. Small habits repeated daily produce exponential returns. Patience filters competition and compounds advantage. Layered income streams multiply results. One course can generate passive revenue, feed a mailing list, and promote premium offers. Leverage multiplies your efforts. Automation removes friction. Trust compounds credibility. Consistency beats intensity. Protect your time, energy, and focus. Systems should survive without constant input. Emotional detachment ensures stability and clarity. Fear fades when processes replace effort. Momentum arrives quietly. Stability grows silently. Every strong income system starts small and quiet, yet consistent. Assets pay daily, activity pays temporarily. Long-form evergreen content outperforms short bursts. Your system mirrors your internal state. Calm, deliberate effort produces predictable results. Design systems around life, not sacrifice. Avoid noise, external pressure, and impulsive decisions. Sustainability matters more than speed. Your daily income whispers confidence, allowing options and freedom to grow organically. If you want daily income that keeps growing, start building your first asset today. Focus, patience, and disciplined systems create financial freedom. Every small step compounds. Passive income is not about speed. It's about design, alignment, and long-term consistency. The assets you build today will decide your income tomorrow. Stay connected with the motivational audiobook spot. New audiobooks and weekly lessons help you apply these frameworks, sharpen discipline, and grow income sustainably. Your journey is about building systems, not chasing trends. Apply what you learned, start small, refine consistently, and let compounding do the work. You don't need permission to start. Every great system started quietly, imperfectly, and patiently. This content is for educational and motivational purposes only. No financial guarantees are made. Use these strategies to create assets, systems, and leverage that work for you consistently, and watch as your daily income compounds over time. Imagine the first asset you created is starting to generate income. You check your notifications, and there it is. Proof that your system works. Small at first, maybe just a few dollars, but enough to validate that your effort compounds. This is the psychological breakthrough. Because once you see that first win, your confidence shifts. You stop doubting whether passive income is real, and you start seeing yourself as a builder, not just a worker. Now it's time to think strategically. Not every opportunity is worth pursuing. Professional income builders filter opportunities with clarity and restraint. Each yes comes with a cost. Attention, focus, and energy are limited. The highest earners do less, but what they do is powerful, intentional, and scalable. Leverage is your friend. 1 hour spent wisely can reach thousands of people over time. Automation multiplies that reach. Scheduling content, using platforms that handle delivery, setting up subscription or affiliate funnels. Each layer reduces friction. You don't just make money once, you make money repeatedly without being present. Think in layers. Your first asset may be an audiobook, a guide, or a course. The second layer could be a membership, a companion ebook, or related content. The third could be coaching, consulting, or premium offers. Each layer feeds the next. This is how small daily income grows into predictable, reliable revenue streams. Now consider your audience. Real passive income grows when you serve deeply, not broadly. Speak to one group, understand them better than anyone else, and provide solutions consistently. Clarity beats complexity. One well-understood audience will give more return than a scattered approach trying to serve everyone. Patience matters more than speed. The first few months will feel quiet. Growth is invisible at first. Systems work underground like roots, preparing for visible results. The ones who quit are those who expect applause immediately. The ones who persist, build silently, and eventually harvest reliably. Focus on repeatable value. Every asset you create should continue to serve your audience without constant updates. Evergreen knowledge, helpful frameworks, and actionable insights pay dividends over months and years. If your content stops being useful, income stops. If it remains useful, income continues automatically. Your mindset is as important as your systems. Avoid emotional attachment to numbers. Revenue fluctuates naturally. Calm, deliberate builders protect their energy and iterate slowly. Emotional independence ensures your decisions are rational and your systems stable. Scaling is not about doing more work. It's about refining what works. Improve clarity, delivery, and quality rather than multiplying projects. One asset perfected produces more than 10 mediocre ones. Consistency compounds trust. Trust compounds revenue. Reliability is more valuable than hype. Now think about redundancy. Professional builders ensure income continues even if one platform changes rules. Diversify delivery channels and income methods to protect against volatility. Your foundation must survive shifts in attention, algorithms, or market trends. This creates resilience, which is the real freedom passive income provides. Small daily habits matter. 15 minutes of refinement, scheduling, or audience engagement compounds over weeks. Over months, the system can function almost autonomously. Daily discipline beats intensity followed by burnout every time. This invisible work is the secret of long-term success. Fear naturally appears near growth. Fear of failure, fear of stagnation, fear of missing out. But when systems operate without constant supervision, fear loses power. When your first asset works while you sleep, your mindset shifts. You stop asking if it's possible and start asking how to improve it. This is the professional builder mindset. Every strong system begins quietly. Assets pay daily, activity pays temporarily. Focus on creating assets that persist. Long-form evergreen content outperforms short-term trends. Calm, consistent, valuable content creates loyalty. Loyal users return automatically, increasing daily revenue. Finally, Consider identity. You are no longer just someone trading time for money. You are a creator, a builder, someone who designs systems that multiply effort and create real freedom. This identity shift changes how you approach every decision. You invest where impact compounds, not where attention is fleeting. Ask yourself, if you stopped creating today, which parts of your system would still work? Those are your assets. Protect them, improve them, multiply them. Everything else is noise. Long-term passive income is about design, patience, and strategic refinement. Not hustle, not urgency. Calm, consistent, aligned action wins. If you apply these principles, daily income begins to feel natural, predictable, and sustainable. Small at first, compounding over time. Psychological freedom arrives before financial freedom. Proof builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds lasting systems that pay while you sleep. Stay committed. Protect your energy. Focus on what works. Refine patiently, and let compounding do the work. Your future income depends on the assets and systems you nurture today. The quiet, deliberate work you do now becomes unstoppable over time. At this point, you've seen how small, deliberate effort compounds into daily income. You understand that passive income is not about speed, hype, or chasing trends. It's about creating assets, refining systems, and building value that persists. The real shift happens when you stop focusing on money first and start focusing on usefulness, impact, and clarity. Think about your first few wins. They are small, maybe barely noticeable, yet they confirm something critical. The system works. This confirmation changes your psychology. You begin to see yourself differently. As a builder, a system designer, someone who can create multiple streams that continue without constant presence. That mindset is more valuable than any single dollar earned. Now it's time to think about sustainability. Long-term passive income is designed around your life, not the other way around. It respects your energy, attention, and mental clarity. If your system requires constant supervision, it will eventually collapse. If it functions while you rest, it will endure. This is the difference between temporary hustle and true financial freedom. Protect your foundation. Assets, audience, and clarity are more important than any single revenue spike. Reputation compounds faster than money, and trust multiplies value over time. When people trust your guidance, listen to your insights, or rely on your systems, income becomes a natural byproduct. Loud persuasion and flashy tricks may deliver short-term results, but calm authority creates long-term stability. Emotional independence is the key. Numbers fluctuate, algorithms change, and attention spans shift. Your internal state must remain grounded. Observe metrics without attachment. Make decisions from logic and strategy rather than fear or excitement. Systems that survive without emotional interference create consistent daily income. Scaling intelligently means doing less, but better. Refine existing assets rather than creating unnecessary new projects. Improve delivery, clarity, and usefulness. One perfected asset produces more than multiple half-finished attempts. Consistency compounds trust, trust compounds income, and income compounds freedom. Daily income starts small. $10, $20, $50 may be the beginning. Yet even these small amounts provide psychological freedom, proof that your system works, and motivation to keep refining. Early consistency beats massive, short-term spikes every time. Momentum grows quietly, but relentlessly. Leverage multiplies effort. One piece of content can reach thousands over time. One system can function 24 hours a day. Automation removes friction, making your work sustainable. Layered streams, content, digital products, subscriptions reinforce each other. Each layer strengthens the others, building resilient and scalable income. Fear and uncertainty will always appear near growth, but systems that function independently reduce stress, minimize panic, and free your energy for strategic decisions. The moment your income works while you sleep, fear loses control. Confidence grows quietly, steadily, and invisibly. Finally, focus on identity. You are no longer just a worker trading hours for money. You are a builder, a strategist, a creator of systems that generate ongoing value. This identity guides your decisions, filters opportunities, and shapes every action you take. You think long-term, protect your energy, and invest where impact compounds. Ask yourself, if everything else disappeared tomorrow, what would remain? The answer reveals your true assets: systems, skills, audience, clarity. Protect them, multiply them, improve them. Everything else is noise. Passive income is not about chasing money. It's about building frameworks that allow freedom, stability, and growth over years. Your future income is the direct result of the assets you create today. Start small, refine patiently, and let compounding do the work. Proof builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds systems that earn daily, quietly, and reliably. This is not just financial growth. This is freedom of time, energy, and attention. It's peace of mind. The freedom to make decisions without panic. The freedom to focus on what truly matters. The freedom to live intentionally, knowing your systems support your life rather than consuming it. If you apply these principles consistently, you will wake up one day to realize that money no longer controls you. Your systems generate value automatically. Your first small wins have multiplied into predictable daily income. You are no longer chasing results. Results are quietly following the work you built. If this audiobook gave you clarity, perspective, or motivation, stay connected with the Motivational Audiobook Spot. Weekly insights, long-form audiobooks, and evergreen lessons will continue to guide your growth. Focus on building systems, not shortcuts. Apply what you learn, protect your energy, and let compounding work in your favor. Consistency, patience, and aligned action will create income streams that last decades. Remember, you don't need to do everything. You need to do one thing exceptionally well. One asset, one system, one strategy, and it will work for you long after you stop actively managing it. That is real freedom. Every great system starts small, imperfect, and quiet. It grows through consistency, patience, and deliberate action. Protect your foundation, refine your assets, and let your work multiply. Passive income is not luck. It's strategy, it's design, it's delayed effort paying off every single day. Take this knowledge, apply it patiently, and let your systems generate freedom, stability, and growth. This is the ultimate reward for builders who think long-term and act deliberately. Stay consistent, stay patient, keep building, and watch as daily passive income becomes a reality, quietly supporting your life while you focus on what matters most. Now that you understand the psychology and foundation of passive income, it's time to get practical. Systems alone won't pay you unless they are designed for action. Start by identifying one skill, one asset, or one piece of knowledge that can be turned into value repeatedly. This could be an audiobook, a guide, a course, or a digital template. The key is repeatable usefulness. Think about your audience deeply. Who benefits most from this asset? What problem are you solving? Solve for clarity and ease first. Make it simple, actionable, and valuable. Complexity may impress you, but it rarely converts attention into income. Next, automate wherever possible. Email sequences, content scheduling, subscription systems, and platforms that handle delivery reduce friction. Automation does not remove responsibility. It multiplies your impact. One well-automated system can reach thousands without extra effort. Leverage multiplies results. Don't try to sell manually. Use tools, algorithms, and platforms to deliver your asset automatically. 1 hour of work now can produce thousands of hours of value later. Think strategically about amplification. One strong, well-placed asset beats 10 scattered attempts. Focus on layered income. Your first asset can feed into a secondary offer, which leads to a premium solution. Each layer reinforces the others. For example, a long-form audiobook can grow an email list, which can then promote related digital products. The system builds itself once the first piece is functional. Consistency is more important than intensity. Build your first asset. Release it. Observe the results. Improve it gradually. Don't chase hype or trends. The compounding effect comes from repeated small improvements, not dramatic bursts. Protect your energy and focus. Avoid multitasking between too many projects. Each distraction dilutes momentum. Deep work on one asset at a time produces results that last. Your system should survive without constant supervision. That's the definition of true passive income. Track results quietly. Observe what works without becoming emotionally attached to daily fluctuations. Adjust where necessary, but let patience guide your decisions. Systems that survive without panic are stronger and more reliable. Refine and optimize assets continuously. Improve clarity, delivery, and accessibility. Test which content formats, platforms, or offers perform best. Data-informed refinement creates compounding growth without increasing stress or workload. Layer in trust-building strategies. Long-form content builds credibility. Repeatable engagement deepens relationships. Attention compounds when people return without reminders. Trust converts attention into income reliably. Finally, mindset remains the ultimate multiplier. Patience filters competition. Calm consistency outperforms frantic action. Emotional detachment ensures stability. Focused effort on high-value assets produces long-term freedom. You are no longer trading hours for dollars. You are designing systems that work while you sleep. Remember, start small, act deliberately, refine constantly, and let compounding do the rest. Every system, every asset, every layer is a step closer to daily passive income that grows quietly, predictably, and sustainably. If you follow these principles, your first small wins become proof. Proof builds confidence. What would that feel like? Freedom, relief, empowerment? This audiobook isn't about get-rich-quick schemes or hype. It's about building real passive income streams that pay daily, quietly, predictably, legally. The kind that grow while you focus on life, not just survival. Most people think passive income is a myth reserved for the lucky or the wealthy. That belief keeps them trapped in the endless cycle of trading hours for dollars. But here's the truth. Passive income isn't about money first. It's about systems, leverage, and consistency. Imagine the daily effort loop everyone gets caught in. No work today, no pay. Stop showing up, and income stops. That's dependency. Passive income flips this. Build once, earn repeatedly. The systems work for you. Ask yourself, if your income disappeared tomorrow, how long could you survive? 30 days? 60? Most people panic immediately. Passive income exists to change that answer. Let's be honest. There is no zero-effort income. Anyone promising otherwise is misleading you. But there is delayed effort income. Work now, and your future self reaps the rewards daily. That difference changes everything. Most people chase money blindly. Smart people build income systems. You don't need a massive audience, special skills, or to quit your job. You need clarity, structure, and the right mindset. This audiobook will show you exactly how. Passive income is not built by doing many things. It's built by doing a few things extremely well. Here's a small question to ponder. If an extra $50 came in every day automatically, how would it change your life right now? Value creation is the engine of passive income. Without value, there's no revenue. More value, more income. It doesn't matter if it's content, digital products, courses, or investments. Usefulness drives results. What's obvious to you may be life-changing to someone else. People want daily convenience, clarity, comfort, progress, entertainment, and hope. Every successful passive income stream fulfills one or more of these desires. Think about apps, subscriptions, and tools you use. You pay for ease and guidance. Shift your focus from money to solving problems. Ask yourself, what problems do people already ask you for help with? That is your opportunity. The biggest mistake beginners make is copying tactics without understanding foundations. Platforms, trends, and tools are irrelevant without first mastering value and delivery. Passive income is scalable because it is anchored in real solutions that persist over time. Let's dive deeper. Up to this point, we've explored the mindset shift required to embrace daily passive income. Now it's time to get practical. What can actually generate income every day, legally, and without you trading hours for dollars constantly? First, let's clarify a core principle. Not all passive income streams are equal. Some pay daily but require significant upfront work. Others may be truly hands-off but grow slowly. The key is balance. Effort versus payoff, speed versus sustainability, risk versus reward. One of the most reliable models is digital products. Think ebooks, courses, templates, software, or guides. You create once, and they sell continuously. A well-structured course can generate small daily payments that add up over time. Imagine selling a $27 course to just 10 people a day. That's $270. Small daily flows compound into thousands per month. Here's the strategy. Don't chase every idea. Focus on one niche where you can deliver exceptional value. Identify the pain points people consistently face and build a solution that addresses it clearly. Your goal is to make the buyer feel they cannot live without your product. Next, consider membership subscriptions. Recurring payments are the closest thing to guaranteed daily income. Whether it's a newsletter, private community, or specialized content, if people pay monthly or weekly, your income becomes predictable. Even $5 to $10 per member per week, with hundreds of members, compounds rapidly. Then there's affiliate marketing, a method often misunderstood. You don't create the product, you connect buyers with products that solve their problems. The smart approach is to integrate affiliate offers naturally, not spam, through valuable content, recommendations, or reviews. Daily traffic converts into daily earnings. Investments also have a role, but let's define active versus passive properly. Stocks, ETFs, or dividend-paying assets can generate small daily or weekly cash flow. While growth is slower and markets fluctuate, compounding over time turns minimal daily earnings into substantial long-term results. The difference between a passive investor and a speculator? Patience and consistency. Automation is your friend. Email sequences, funnels, payment processors, and scheduling tools reduce manual effort. When systems run smoothly, your role shifts from worker to observer. Risk management is equally critical. Avoid shiny object syndrome, over-leveraging, or chasing trends without research. Evaluate each opportunity against 3 questions. How much work now? How much payoff later? How stable and legal is this stream? Daily paying streams exist, but some are fragile. Protect your foundation. Reflection moment. Imagine a life where you don't worry about missing a paycheck. Instead, you wake up, check your income, see growth, and continue with your day, choosing what matters most to you. That reality isn't reserved for the privileged. It's built methodically, one system at a time, consistently. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have a mental map of high-leverage income streams, understand how to start, scale, and automate them, and adopt the mindset that separates temporary hustlers from long-term builders. Soft CTA. If this part resonates, stay connected with the motivational audiobook spot. We'll continue breaking down daily passive income streams, showing exact steps, tools, and strategies to make them real and sustainable. Each week, actionable guidance and frameworks will bring you closer to true financial independence. Now that you understand mindset, foundations, and general methods, it's time to get granular. Let's explore real-world passive income streams that can pay daily, along with actionable frameworks to implement them effectively. First, micro-subscriptions and recurring content. Services like Patreon, Substack, or YouTube memberships let you earn daily or weekly. The principle is simple. Provide value consistently and charge a small recurring fee. Start with a manageable audience. Even 100 subscribers paying $5 per week equals $500 weekly. Daily. That's roughly $70 from one system. Automation tools can handle delivery, payments, and reminders, so your involvement is minimal once the system is live. Next, digital products with automated funnels. Consider a template, course, or ebook designed for a specific pain point. Framework. Identify your niche's top problem. Create a solution that is actionable, clear, and implementable. Set up an automated sales funnel, landing page, email sequence, and payment processor. Drive traffic through social media, search engines, or paid ads. Once set, sales happen daily, even while you sleep. Your daily revenue depends on funnel traffic and conversion rates. Small numbers compound. 5 to 10 sales per day may feel modest, but can become significant monthly. Another high-potential stream is affiliate marketing with micro-commissions. Avoid random promotions. Instead, pick products you genuinely trust and align with your audience's needs. Create value-driven content, tutorials, reviews, comparisons. Integrate your affiliate links naturally. Daily traffic, even small, generates daily earnings. Scale with SEO, email lists, or niche social media channels. Key principle: relevance plus trust equals recurring conversions. Then, automated service platforms. For example, print on demand, dropshipping, or digital print marketplaces. You create or source products once, automate orders, and profits arrive daily. The difference between beginner and expert: systems setup. Beginners chase trends. Experts focus on evergreen demand. Optimize your product listings and use automated fulfillment partners to minimize daily management. Let's discuss dividend-paying investments and interest streams. Stocks, ETFs, or peer-to-peer lending can generate passive income that hits accounts daily or weekly, depending on reinvestment schedules. Framework: allocate small, consistent amounts. Choose assets with reliable historical returns. Reinvest earnings to accelerate growth. Patience here is critical. These systems are slower but compound powerfully, providing stability alongside more active streams. A common pitfall is overcomplicating or spreading too thin. Many attempt multiple methods simultaneously and fail to master any. Framework: start with one method, perfect it, automate and scale before moving to the next. Daily income streams are not built by sporadic effort. They thrive on consistency, testing, and optimization. Small daily improvements yield exponential results over months. Next, information products with high leverage. Tutorials, mini courses, or workshops on niche skills, even simple ones, can generate recurring sales if marketed correctly. Framework: identify skill demand, package knowledge concisely. Sell via automated platform. Upsell or bundle to increase average revenue per customer. Automation ensures daily revenue. Your role shifts from creator to strategist, tweaking offers and expanding reach. Mindset reinforcement: treat income streams as living systems. They require monitoring, updates, and occasional improvements. Daily checks take minutes but preserve compounding growth. Builders see systems as assets, not chores. Finally, avoid shiny object syndrome. Daily income grows quietly, steadily, without hype. Now that you've seen specific methods and frameworks, it's time to scale. Scaling is the bridge between small daily earnings and financial freedom. Daily passive income grows exponentially when approached strategically, not randomly. First, let's talk about automation at scale. Early on, systems may need hands-on monitoring, but to truly earn daily while focusing on life, automate everything possible. Email sequences that nurture leads and convert automatically. Social media posts scheduled strategically to drive traffic. Payment systems and delivery platforms that function without manual intervention. Analytics dashboards that track conversion rates, ROI, and bottlenecks instantly. The goal: minimize manual tasks, maximize output. Every minute you automate today is an hour earned tomorrow. Next, leveraging multiple income streams wisely. Beginners often think more is better. Experts know synergy is better. Complementary streams reduce risk and compound growth. Example: a digital course teaches a skill. Affiliate links provide tools for students. Membership community offers ongoing support. Combined, these generate layered daily income while reinforcing value. Scaling requires traffic and audience expansion. Even the best system fails without attention. Framework: organic reach through SEO, content marketing, or niche social media. Paid ads strategically targeting audiences likely to convert. Partnerships or collaborations with trusted creators. Focus on channels where your audience already exists. Test, measure, and reinvest profits to amplify results. Daily income grows proportionally to audience engagement. Then, compounding daily earnings. Reinvest part of your daily passive income back into your systems, whether it's upgrading software, running ads, or creating additional digital products. Reinvestment accelerates growth. Small daily reinvestments yield exponential monthly gains. This is the power of compounding applied to passive income. Another overlooked tactic is refining offers. Even small adjustments in pricing, bonuses, or presentation can increase daily earnings dramatically. Test variations, monitor conversions, and implement changes quickly. Passive income streams are living systems, and small tweaks compound over time. Mindset reinforcement. Scaling is not linear. You'll encounter plateaus, slow growth periods, or minor failures. View these as data, not defeat. Systems with proper foundation always recover and thrive. Resilience and patience are the builder's secret weapons. Avoid over-automation without oversight. Automation removes repetitive tasks, but doesn't replace strategic thinking. Monitor analytics, customer feedback, and market trends. Adjust offers, funnel flows, and engagement tactics weekly. Your role evolves from worker to strategist. Let's address risk mitigation at scale. As daily income grows, exposure increases. Diversify platforms, revenue types, and even geographic reach. Don't rely solely on one system or channel. Protect your income streams legally, financially, and operationally. A sudden policy change or platform shutdown shouldn't halt daily earnings. Finally, long-term vision and compounding wealth. Daily passive income is not just about cash in the bank today, it's about creating financial flexibility, security, and freedom over years. Treat every system as a long-term asset. Document processes, build team support if needed, and ensure knowledge transfer for sustainable growth. Reflection. Imagine waking up, checking your income, and seeing growth not from frantic effort, but from smart systems working for you. Each day adds a little more security, a little more freedom, a little closer to your vision of life without financial stress. That is the compound effect of consistent, scalable, daily passive income. Soft CTA. Stay tuned with the motivational audiobook spot. Next installments will dive into advanced strategies, hidden opportunities, and mindset hacks to maximize daily income and financial autonomy. You're not just learning to earn, you're learning to build enduring financial freedom. By now, you've learned mindset foundations, methods, frameworks, and scaling strategies. Now it's time to uncover hidden opportunities, optimize existing streams, and harness the psychology of wealth to accelerate daily passive income. First, high-leverage hidden opportunities. These are niches or methods that few notice but can generate consistent daily income when implemented properly. Micro SaaS or simple software tools, small, problem-solving apps sold via subscriptions. Initial effort is high, but once live, daily revenue flows. Niche content websites. Sites focused on very specific topics can earn through ads, affiliate links, and sponsored content, generating daily micro-income streams that add up. Digital templates and assets. Think design templates, spreadsheets, coding snippets, or planners. Once uploaded to marketplaces, sales continue without intervention. Print-on-demand bundles for specific niches. Limited competition niches with evergreen designs often yield daily sales. Framework. Identify a problem, build a solution, and automate delivery. Simplicity plus specificity equals consistent results. Next, optimization hacks for existing streams. Many people build systems but leave money on the table. Simple tweaks often boost daily earnings significantly. Split test landing pages and offers to maximize conversions. Upsell complementary products after a purchase. Use urgency and scarcity ethically in offers to increase engagement. Segment email lists for highly targeted campaigns. Repurpose content across platforms to drive traffic efficiently. Every small improvement compounds. If you increase conversion by just 1 to 2%, the effect on daily income can be surprisingly large over time. Now, let's address the psychology of wealth. Passive income is as much about mindset as methods. Key principles: abundance thinking. Believe money is not finite. More daily income is possible when you focus on value creation. Delayed gratification. Resist chasing quick wins. Invest effort today for predictable daily returns. Resilience. Failures and slow periods are data points, not signals to quit. Systems survive and grow when maintained. Identity alignment. See yourself as a builder, investor, and strategist. Daily income streams grow when your identity reinforces long-term thinking. Another secret: focus on leverage, not time. Your goal is to earn more per unit of effort, not just more hours. A single well-optimized funnel can outperform dozens of small, scattered efforts. Focus your energy on high-leverage actions. Hidden trap: complacency. Daily passive income can lull people into inaction. Continue to refine, monitor, and improve systems. Even minimal daily optimization prevents stagnation and multiplies results over months and years. Let's discuss portfolio thinking. Don't rely on a single income type. Combine content-based passive streams, digital products, affiliate income, investment-based income, dividends, interest, real estate if possible, micro SaaS or automated services. A diversified portfolio stabilizes daily cash flow, reduces risk, and allows compounding growth. It also builds freedom, knowing one stream can falter without derailing your progress. Final reflection: the goal isn't just money. Daily passive income buys freedom, clarity, choice, and security. Each system you implement, optimize, and scale becomes a layer of financial independence. Imagine waking up not to a paycheck, but to a well-designed system generating growth while you focus on life, family, learning, or passions. If this journey has shifted your perspective, it's time to take action. Subscribe to the motivational audiobook spot and unlock weekly lessons, long-form audiobooks, and actionable strategies to build real passive income that pays daily. Every system, every method, every mindset principle you've learned here is designed to create freedom, security, and choice in your life. Don't wait for luck or timing. Your future self depends on the steps you take today. Implement, automate, optimize, and watch your daily income grow. Stay consistent, stay focused, and let the motivational audiobook spot guide you to financial independence and lasting success.